Hey everybody, welcome to the Worship Tone Lab. Today we're going to show you how we play Reckless Love by Cory Asbury. So to start off, this is what I play for the intro. So what I'm playing there is a pattern with my right hand that goes something like this. And all that is going between the G string, the B string, and the E string. And on the B string, you're fretting 6, 8, and 11. And altogether, it goes like this again. Here's it slow. So after the intro, we're going to move into verse 1, and all you're going to have to do is play 2 different chords. You're going to wait till the 3rd measure and beat 4 of that measure, and it's going to be, "You have been so, so good to me." And that chord is a D minor chord on the, starting on the 7th fret of the G string, 6th fret of the B string, and the open E string with capo 5, that's an A. Then you're going to wait till the 7th measure to play a D minor 7. And all you're going to do, the only change you're going to make is instead of the open E string, you're going to be playing the 9th fret on the E string. And that chord sounds like this. And that leads us into the chorus. And for the chorus, you're going to be playing the same thing you did for the intro, which goes like this. And you play that all the way throughout the chorus, which leads us into the turnaround, which is kind of a descending line on an F major scale, starting on the 6th fret of the B string. It goes something like this. And all the notes there, it's an F, an E, a D, C, and an A. And you just follow that all the way through the turnaround. So for verse 2, I wait until the second half to come in when he says, "When I felt no worth," and this is what I play. And all those chords they're just chord inversions higher up, starting on the 10th fret of the G string. So it's 10 on G, 10 on B, 10 on E. That's some sort of a D minor chord-ish. Then I move to an F major 7-ish, which is on a 10th fret on G. What fret is that? The 8th fret on B, and then 12th fret on E. Sounds like this. And then I move to some sort of an inversion of a B flat chord or whatever the 4 chord is in the key that you're playing. And I'm playing that on the 15th fret on G and the 13th fret on B and E, and that one sounds like this. And halfway through that measure, I move up and put my pinky down on 15 on E. And on the very last measure of the verse, I go all the way up to this chord, which is 15, 13, 17. And then we go back into chorus 2, which you play the same thing you play for the intro and chorus 1. Go back into the turnaround, and then we're into the bridge. So for the bridge, we wait until the band starts doing the chord progression again. It starts off and you're just holding that 6 minor chord. But when the band comes in, you come in with the turnaround line of sorts. It goes like this. So the only difference between that line and the line of the turnaround is you're not doing the second half of that turnaround. And you do that all the way through 2 bridges, and on the very last bridge, when the whole band is building on those just eighth notes or quarter note builds, I do a line that's kind of ascending. It goes like this. And all that is kind of a droning G string, which is a C note, with F on the 6th fret of the B string, G on the, the 8th fret of the B string, B flat, and then C sharp. And that goes like this one more time. Then you go back into one last chorus, and then one last turnaround, and then we're all done.
Hey everybody, I'm going to show you the electric guitar 2 parts for this song. And starting off, I have a capo on the 1st fret because today we're playing in the key of F, and I am playing E chords with this. So the first chord of this song is D minor, and I'm going to play kind of this open chord taking out the 5th, and I'm finger picking it. It looks kind of like this, and it sounds like this. Then we go down to the C, still taking out the 5th. Down to the B flat. And then we're going to play an E chord, which is actually an F, and just leave out the A string. Just like that. So that's what I'm playing throughout the intro. Again, it's just like this. After that, I am out all of verse 1 and chorus 1, and then I come in on the turnaround before verse 2. And when I come in on that turnaround, I'm going to change the shape of chord that I'm playing. It's the same chords throughout the whole song, but the shape is going to change for the electric guitar 2. And it's going to look like this. So this is the 6 minor chord, just like that. Then to the 5, to the 4 chord, and to the 1 chord. And the thing through this part, I have a delay and a pretty long-tailed reverb that's going to sound like this throughout this whole part. And because of that, you don't want to overplay. You don't want to give it too much. I'm just doing simple diamonds, just 1 strum per chord in that part because you want to keep it open and not too busy quite yet. So then we're going to jump into that first chorus. I'm still playing through those same chords, same shapes, pretty much exactly the same. Then we jump into that turnaround right after, and I'm going to start jamming on it a little bit. So I'm going to take a reverb out and make it a little bit less. It'll sound like this. So it's still just pretty simple. You're not like full out strumming, 8th notes on it, just very simple. Then we get to the bridge, and the first time through the bridge, we're just gonna hit this 6 minor chord and let it hang throughout that whole bridge. Just let it chill. And then we're gonna go back to those chords we used on the intro without the 5th. So starting on the 6 minor right here. This is the second time through the bridge. And then the next 2 times through the bridge, we're starting to like really build it. And it's gonna, we're going back to these chords. So we're just gonna start driving it. And the key to that part is that you want to accent on beat 1 and beat 4. So it sounds like this. And then we're just gonna build it up through that last time and really just like wailing on it by that point. We're playing as hard as we can. Then when we come back into the chorus, we wanna kind of lock in with the bass and drums, and it's gonna sound like this. Same chords, same progression, just. And that's what you play through the end of the song, and we land on that one chord to end it out.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you have any questions at all about the pedals that we're using or the chord shapes that we're playing, just shoot us a question down in the comment section and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks guys.